Not many are going to fall in love with the Vstrom SX, Suzuki's new 250cc adventure tourer, when they first test ride it. But if they go on to buy one, they will prefer it to almost every single competitor just a few months later, because this bike, it makes promises it has no intention of keeping. And it nails other areas that it absolutely refuses to boast about. Like a wayward politician with a golden heart then. It appears that the SX in the name stands for strange experience. Here's the short version. When you take the test ride, you're going to be indifferent to or hate the Vstrom SX. And that's even though the design is nice, the quality is high, it looks good in bright colors, the engine is wonderful, there is torque for high gear, low speed riding, it's refined, and it absolutely loves being ridden hard too. You'll notice the excellent brakes. You'll also notice the slightly bumpy way it goes over the bumps. It's not cheap, and that makes the decision harder. But if you get one, I can guarantee you're going to love it. This is a mini Strom. It uses cues from the larger, outrageously likable V-Stroms. The engine and gearing, it's from the Gixxer 250's unchanged. The wheels, the frame and the design obviously are brand new. From the tip of the beak till the end of the motorcycle, the lines are sharp, clean, cohesive. It's oddly attractive in that specific way that good ADVs tend to be. The only sore spot is the taillight. It's convenient for Suzuki to use, but it goes as well into the V-Strom's design as a samosa into buttermilk. The tires raise the prospect of an off-roader. And I have good news and bad news. The good news is that the MRFs are excellent. We haven't tested them in the wet, but in the dry, they are grippy and confident. And the 19-inch front, it will not interrupt your flow. The bad news is that they are heavy, and that will impact your comfort a bit. And the Suzuki, it will handle light off-roading, but I won't think of it as an off-roader just because of that. I would switch to sportier, more road-biased tires as soon as these wear out. What it's good at is being a motorcycle you'll enjoy riding every day. Take the seating position for example, and that includes the quality of the seat. It's excellent. Hours in the saddle? Absolutely. With a pillion? Yes. Touring with luggage? Heck yeah. Touring with luggage and pillion? It can be done, but you'll have to work it out. And there's a legion of motorcycles on sale in India today that do much worse than this on that front. The V-Strom is an excellent touring motorcycle. It's a combination of the space it has, how nice it is to ride, and the engine's performance. That Suzuki engine, it's a beauty. In traffic, it seems to make the whole motorcycle feel compact and easy and effortless. There's always torque. The sweet spot is 4,000 to 7,000 RPM. There's no sense of strain. There is a slowdown around 5,000 that doesn't interrupt you much. There's no vibration to complain about either. On the highway, it's calmest between 80 and 105 kilometers an hour. You can go faster, but it'll feel like the engines become busy. It's not a vibration, it's a feeling, and strangely, mostly around your feet, not up at the top. Economy is good too. You'll see over 300 kilometers to a tank, which is enough for touring. Suzuki's also nailed a lot of the smaller parts. That headlight, it's powerful. The USB is well located. The problem is, these are subtle things that take time to add up, which is why your test ride will be less impressive than your experience of living with the Suzuki. What are the problems? Suspension aside, there's an 835 mm seat. It's not stupidly tall, but short riders will need time to get used to it. But it is a narrow motorcycle, so don't let the number itself worry you too much. Suzuki also offers an optional lower seat. I would not pay for that until I have completely failed to learn to deal with this seat. Tall seats to me are a skill, not equipment failure. And then there's the dash. It's densely packed and you'll get used to that. The left 1/3 is given over to the app's notifications, which are clear, easy to read and all of that. But if you don't use the app, then the whole dash looks lopsided. Why won't you use the app? because Suzuki Connect is a clunky app and owners report reconnection problems. Suzuki is unlikely to sell a lot of these. And that's sad because the Vstrom encourages you to fall in love with a calm, peaceful, and capable flavor of motorcycling. That subtlety may be too much for a large market like ours with more bikers than motorcyclists. What we do and always suggest is you take a test ride and decide for yourself. The V-Strom is not value for money in the ex-showroom price universe, but what you will ride away with is a lovely motorcycle. It's the same price as a Himalayan. The Enfield is better off-road, it's more comfortable, also heavier and more clunky to ride. The 250 Adventure from KTM, it's larger, more spacious, also less comfortable and more expensive. The V-Strom is a motorcycle that is capable of quietly sneaking up on you and winning your heart. It does more than you think, and it works better the harder you push it. Motorcycles like these are like the avocados of the motorcycle world. They are expensive, you won't see a lot of them, and they can be an acquired taste. But once you start eating avocados, it's hard to stop.